So, hi everyone. It's a pleasure to stay here at EthCC. And today I'm going to speak about surviving MEV, how DeFi users lose value and what we can do against it. What is MEV? MEV is a maximal extractable value. So when you interact with the blockchain, you do a swap by yourself, you create the transaction by yourself, you send the transaction to your RPC endpoint. Most of the cases you send to a public RPC endpoint with a public mempool. So other participants in the blockchain can monitor and can analyze your transaction and try to extract value. Normally when you swap on the DEX, you swap with a maximal acceptable price impact. This is because of the architecture of DEXs, the thing what you necessarily need to set to avoid failed swaps, failed transactions if the rate changed a little bit. Yeah. So, and MEV attackers very often use the sandwich attack. They see your transaction, they take it, they create a bundle, use maybe flashbots, and make a transaction before your transaction, after your transaction, they bundle it and set with a priority for the execution and send it to the block builders. Block builders are doing it because they make money out of it. So the attackers paying to block builders for actually, from our point of view, it's extracting not in legal way value from user swaps. We have seen $1.1 billion stolen from users through MEV attacks only in 2024. And this is around 10% of all swap transactions. So back in 2019, there were only a few MEV kind of extractions. I remember when I have first time heard about flashbots. These guys actually built it to help people who were in a position that they had something in a smart contract but couldn't withdraw it because they could be front-run. So I think Andrei Cronier was also participating in the first extractions, and they helped. They kind of white-hacked some of the cases and helped people to get the money back. But after a lot of people recognize they can make money out of it, and you see we reached already $1.1 billion in 2024, and it's 2025 looks much worse. So this is a nice solution. With what CowSwap first came, I think it was 2022, beginning of 2022, maybe end of 2021. CowSwap team thought how to prevent MEV attacks and introduced intent-based swap. One-ish followed, but with own architecture, own solution. And after us, Uniswap deployed Uniswap Max, also based on our tech with the Dutch auctions. If you look at the CowSwap solution, user create order, and the order is shared with their kind of private order book. And there are solvers. Solvers are looking for the optimal call data, what would benefit a lot of users, what created order, and these orders can be batched. Can be batched in a batch where also orders can be matched with each other. The thing is that the settlement is done through drivers, and the driver needs to stake, what I know, 500,000 USDC cash, and $250,000 in cow swap token. That means we have a safety bond of $750,000. But we see right now a huge amount of volume going through the protocol. So people need to trust the protocol. Here in this case, they need to trust the drivers that they do the right thing. We have seen also some manipulations. I call this approach enforcement by rules, human rules, paper rules. It works. It works in a lot of cases very, very good. But you have the other side of the medal. It's centralization, and you trust. If you take a look on Uniswap solution, they introduced based on Dutch auction. You create also order. You can share it with the Uniswap API. It's shared with the market makers, and they settle. They mixed a little bit up with RFQ system, so some orders are not sold through Dutch auctions. Some of the orders are taken directly by the market makers. It's in a lot of cases much more efficient, but again, you have kind of one decision maker who say, okay, market maker gives better rate, but is it true? You never know. No one knows except the team. So maybe they can make money out of it and not selling it through Dutch auction, but selling to the market maker and getting maybe profits. 1inch. We were thinking about how to solve the MEV problem and avoiding centralization, because our value propositions are non-custody and atomic execution. So what we did, we just used our limit order protocol. We wrote an extension, what everyone can do. Like we have different extensions as well for limit orders. You can actually implement almost everything on that. It's just intent-based protocol where you just sign an order off-chain and it's shared with the market makers, arbitrage traders. We call them resolvers in our network. So the user submit the order is going through our relayer infrastructure. For EVM compatible chains, we have a new thing. Since this year we launched on Solana, we use on-chain notification of the order, so publication of the order. I like it very well because it's introduced like a good grade of decentralization. So you don't need a centralized relayers who forward your orders to the market makers. Market makers see them directly. We extended our intent-based swap protocol also with a cross-chain functionality by using hash time lock contracts. It was very interesting to discover that after we invented the approach with the intent-based swap and Dutch auction with the price finding mechanism, I've explained a little bit later about that, we came to the solution that actually what is already existing since 2013, what was invented for the Bitcoin blockchain, the hash time lock contracts, escrow contracts, we can actually use to introduce intent-based swap, also cross-chain. So user create an order, it's shared with the relay network, it goes to the market makers, and as soon as profitable for the market maker, they start to settle. They create on source chain an escrow, on destination chain escrow. The client application verifies that it was done as how it should be done. So the user gets the right amount on the escrow and assigned to the wallet of the user, and the application share is secret. It works like with a password. And then the market maker can finalize the flow. It's fully atomic. It can be also rolled back if the market maker is not settling. There are some safety deposits, small one, so the other resolvers can continue to settle or pay back to the user. So it's fully atomically and non-custody. So if you take a look on a comparison, MEV protection by architecture design, I call it. It's us and Uniswap. MEV protection by trust is CowSwap. We have price impact reduction. I will show you in the next slides. What is also unique feature what we have. It was very also interesting to discover. It was somewhere, I don't know, one of the events. I spoke with some people, and I got a picture in my mind how we can do it very nicely and generate surplus on intent-based swaps. What our user get. We were able to collect surplus for the we were able to organize more surplus for the users since December 2022 in amount of $28 million US. I will show you a real-world example. It's a new 911 what you can get by using our tech. So we have partial fills. It's one thing what we invented as well with the Dutch auctions, what Uniswap still don't support, how I know. This is one of the best cases what shows that everyone is cooking own soup, right? We need a standard what everyone should align and improve, and we all should use one network instead of like cooking own soup and having own resolvers, own networks, and building different things, and also missing some features. Partial fills allows us to generate the spread surplus. I will show you as well. So gas adaptive pricing is a thing what I came to when you create an order. It's Dutch auction. The prices are fixed. The auction is fixed, but the gas price change in the process. And our settlement contract can adapt to the gas execution price changes. So the settlement happens how it should happen for the small amounts immediately. For bigger amounts, we try to sell over time to extract more value and more spread surplus for our users. Exclusive API. Uniswap introduced exclusive API. We didn't do that at the beginning in terms of like we want to drive decentralization, and exclusive API gives more power to the centralized entity to decide, okay, what is the best for the user. In our case, we just extended our Dutch auction and set a priority period. If someone wants to settle for the higher price than the Dutch auction, they can, and they have a little bit time slot to do that. So they, if they fail, other market makers can still continue to settle, and there are no disadvantages for the user. It's like enriching order instead of deciding who is the best. No interface fees at 1 inch, and CowSwap. I think CowSwap did A/B test or something with the interface fees and had some discussions in the DAO. From our point of view, we are too early to extract value from the users. We need to prove that our tech is the best tech, and our traditional finances will come and use our tech. And as soon as they come, we can generate money when they are there. But as long we need to prove ourselves, we need to prove that we have huge amounts of volumes. From our point of view, it's too early to extract anything out of it. So, and cross-chain swaps, Uniswap introduced integration of across. And across this kind of bridge of assets, it works very well. It's very fast, but then it's at the end. Again, the same situation here: centralization, custody service, and you need to trust that these guys give you on the destination chain these tokens what you want. Yeah, CowSwap, I think they are cooking on own solution again. So that's why I'm asking again everyone, just let's sit together, let's build a protocol. I think Uniswap tried with someone with across together to build something. We were not involved. We tried to be involved, and it's a little bit hard to push it through. But I have still hoped that we can work all together. So we have gas wars. This is disadvantages of Dutch auctions. it's a competition between arbitrage traders, market makers. The price, we try to sell almost on spot price. When someone tries to swap at 1 inch, the protocol starts to sell from spot price, and it goes down to the market rate. And in most of the cases, market makers start to increase the premium for the gas execution costs to be the first. Only the first can take what they want to take. So the Dutch auction, here's a real-world example. Someone exchanged 12 million USDT to WTH, and this guy got $209,000 more. It's a new 911 Turbo, maybe Turbo S in the lower package. So it happened only because partial fills were allowed. We started to sell from the spot price and went down to the market rate. And this is a maximum acceptable price impact where you get sandwich on the classic swaps when you do the transaction by yourself. So market makers started to settle here. We have like 13 market makers, arbitrage traders who compete to each other. So you see. Normally they arbitrage with centralized exchanges. They borrow from MEV, settle, and then withdraw from centralized exchange, or a bridge from through USDC native bridge or something to other blockchains. So when you swap on Base and you exchange a lot of Ethereum, you have much higher price impact than on Ethereum, and this is the arbitrage opportunity for the market makers. So we turned it a little bit around. We went away from classic swaps where the user was responsible for everything and took all the risks of MEV, of failed transactions. We said, okay, there are professionals who want to make money. We will create a marketplace. And our protocol sells orders to market makers who want to make money, who are professionals. So it's really nice example here with 200K. And this guy just got it because they used our tech. This is the adoption of gas execution costs. So if gas became more expensive, the price point goes a little bit down, but still in an acceptable range and not less than mean return of the user. So cross-chain, I already said, we use the intent-based protocol. We extended with HTLCs. There are some projects who are working on HTLCs, but no one combined intent-based protocols with HTLCs. And we also didn't expect this. It was just discovered by us, and we found out that it sounds cool. It was still an experiment, and we were able to deliver it last year in September. And also by cross-chain swaps, it's based on Dutch auction, MEV protection by design, by architecture design, and always competitive environment. So we avoid decentralization. So we have a competition in our network. That's it. Thank you very much. If anyone have questions, we have 1.5 minutes. All right. Then thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be here. Come to our booth. We have a nice 1 inch token airdrop. You can get small chip with NFC and claim some 1 inch tokens to play around with our 1 inch network and our 1 inch wallet and get some of our merch. Thank you.